Welcome back to These Two Hands. I'm Jason Baker. We are working on the LeSharo again today. It's going to be a quick video. We're just going to kind of highlight the materials and process to fix delaminated ceiling panels. I'll show you the materials and everything needed to get the job done. So here is a ceiling panel. It's got a vinyl, see if I can get this on the camera. So it's got a vinyl covering, but as you can see, it's 1/8 of an inch thick, Luan. You can get it from pretty much any trailer manufacturer. It's just going to be varying patterns and colors. So let's go in the motorhome and I'll show you these ceiling panels, which they're not good. They're pretty ugly. So, well, we'll start here. Before I get in there, you can see it's split, bubbled, and sagging. So now remember, this is only 1/8 of an inch thick paneling. So when it's this bad, let me grab my flashlight here. The underneath wood, as you can see, is bad. So it's all has to be peeled down. Now the downside to this ceiling versus, I would say most, maybe not most, but more than 50% of trailer ceilings aren't vacuum bonded like this one. So this one, all it is that this 1/8 inch piece of Luan here and a piece of probably 1.25 inch styrofoam, and then another piece of paneling on top of the roof, and then the roof covering goes over top of that. So when that's all sandwiched together, the roof is like here, you know, solid. The problem is when you take one of these layers away, you can see it loses its rigidity. So it's not just an aesthetic piece, it's also a structural piece. And the best way to do this one is you have to pull all this down, pull everything down that you can pull down from, you know, here's the bathroom, and you can see that, oh, lost my flashlight. Here we are. And you can see that it's bad in there as well. Fortunate we have this gap. I don't know if that shows it very well, but there's about a 3/4 inch gap right there across there. So that's good. We can slide the panel in over top of that. But these cabinets need to come down. And oh, nice job. You can see they're just screwed up. Maybe you can see. Maybe you can't see. Grab the flashlight again. They just have screws in there. Let me see if I can. Boy, my camera's a little too big to fit in here. So we have screws here, here, and I can't get my camera in there very well. Turn it sideways. Right here. So it just has those screws holding that cabinet up. Well, the ceiling is part of that structure because they're screwed to the ceiling. And if the ceiling is no longer strong enough to hold itself up, it's not going to hold your cabinets up, nor anything in your cabinets. So there's just basically the two cabinets here and here that need to come down, and then your AC cover and there's 4 bolts and a few screws, and that just drops down. And then this will have to be pulled apart, removed, and then probably this valance here and this piece of molding. The front part of the ceiling all looks good. So yeah, just like I said, it depends on how you want to go about it, but these particular panels are going to take the same amount of work whether you put a piece of plywood up or you use whatever kind of wood you want. It does take a special glue, which is right here. It's a stay bond. They call it honey glue, but it sticks to styrofoam. So like the Sikaflex 252, that stuff sticks really good to wood, but does not stick to styrofoam at all. And this has to all be peeled down to the styrofoam and then re-glued and adhered to that. So I guess it's kind of entirely up to my customers what they want to do, but these ceiling panels are really bad. And they just need to be tore out with new wood glued back up. And like I said, whether you put these panels up or a different panel and decide to paint, the workload is going to be the same. So that pretty much covers the ceiling panels. As you can see, they're ugly. But removing those 2 cabinets, not that much work at all. Just a few screws. So you're, worst case scenario, you'll have an hour or so of maybe call it 2 hours, worst case, to remove both of them and put them back in. So then that would give us access to press those panels up with that glue and get it to re-adhere. So I guess with that said, we'll get back to it when we get ready to fix the panels, and I'll show you guys how we fix the panels. Thanks, guys.